Today, I'm gonna test 7 Valorant coaching TikToks to see which ones you should use to get Radiant and which ones are trash.
Base one's winning.
Stop diffusing like this and do this instead.
Wait, what? You can jump and defuse? I've played the game since beta and have never seen this. Does it still make the fall sound? Let me try this in game. Wow, so you hear the defuse and then the fall sound. I could see this messing me up in a clutch. I've already liked to take gamble plays where I don't swing on the first tap, or especially if I'm playing Astra, players will see my star near the spike and then tap and run away quickly to bait out my suck. So sometimes I'll gamble and wait for the second tap to use my suck, and that way you buy a few extra seconds in the post plant. If I hear this noise, there's no chance I'm swinging. So now let's rank it. I think it's cool to know and could win you around for sure, but it's pretty niche, so I'll give it a B tier.
There's one movement mechanic that Radiant players don't do that you are probably doing. Mechanic is diagonal peeking. You are walking directly towards someone while you are technically moving. To the enemy, your head has no movement.
I mean, this is sort of true. Diagonal peeking angles is weird, and I would never do that, but not really for the reason about how my head looks on the enemy screen. It's actually really simple. It keeps you much more in control of your movement, especially for jiggle peeks. You can stop much quicker when all you need to do is let go of one key, or you could counter strafe by just alternating back and forth like ADing. The idea is true, but I don't know anyone who diagonal peeks angles anyways, so I think it's a C tier tip for me.
I hired an aim coach and here's what I learned.
Yeah, go ahead and play through this. I'll see what's up. The general guideline about crosshairs: bigger gap means better speed, smaller gap means better accuracy, smaller crosshair size is better precision, bigger crosshair size is better accuracy, right? So
I mean, do we even need to test this one? 100% true. Bigger crosshair equals better player. Just look at this Radiant aim.
Problem solved. One enemy remaining.
Crosshair, you should be arrested for this.
I'll leave my crosshair down in the description, and maybe hit the like button while you're there. Automatic S tier tip for me.
Is how to effectively use your utility on defense as sentinels. So use your utility for kills. So the issue with this is you're not controlling any portion of the map. So go like this. There you go. Now we are effectively covering both portions of the map. Basically, stop going for kill setups. They're bad.
He has a point. I see sentinels in ranked going for kill setups, especially the exact same kill setup every round, and that's just bad. Teams will learn your trips and play around them. But as a blanket statement saying kill trips are bad, I disagree. I mean, you'll see them at the highest level all the time. It's mainly about having a good mix between pick setups and info setups. Staying unpredictable is the key playing Sentinel. Also, pro tip within the same trick. This trip he shows actually doesn't get people if they walk up ramp because of how the ramp is clipped. The attack just runs over it. Again, the idea is good to use Cypher for info, but I think the conclusion is misleading here, so D tier advice in my opinion. This one's just music playing, so I'm going to keep the sound off, but it's a good point they're making. They're talking about this setting, which makes it so that you aren't locked in the center of your minimap. It allows you to see the entire map at all times. This is especially necessary in ranked, where there's a 90% chance your team doesn't comm until they have sight. Nice and simple. A tier tip. You're trolling if you don't use this setting.
Valorant tricks Radiants don't tell you.
This is actually another great tip, but not just for clutches. I think we all know that if your team has a huge advantage, a safe strat is to play safe. The opposite is also true. If your team is at a disadvantage, it's a great time to make an aggressive, lower percentage play that could put you in a great spot to get a few kills. This round is a good example. We know that there are at least 3 players rubble, but I keep fighting it. Why? Because it's a 3v4 and then a 2v4, so it's really unlikely that we win if I fall back and wait for my teammate to play retake. I'll put it in B tier for being a bit too specific to clutches.
I'm going to be sharing with you guys how to get out of iron. Really, the only step is to start breathing, turn your monitor on.
I mean, he's not wrong, but if you're actually iron, I think you just need to play a bit more. Don't worry about strats or mechanics, just play the game a bit and you should improve quickly. But if you do want to learn some strats to help you rank out, check out this video on why I'm maining Deadlock, even though she hasn't been played once at Champs. Thanks.